Hello, my soul family. How are you all? And I hope you are doing great, wonderful, amazing, and safe wherever you are in the world. I welcome you all in my channel. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel, for giving me lots of love. And I am very glad that I help you out in some manner. If you have not subscribed yet to the channel, then please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And you can also let me know in the comment section if you want to tell me anything, if you want to ask me anything. So let's start today's video. So this is Stations of Identity part number 4. In part number 1, 2 and 3 we have covered lot of topics, and I'm going to add a link in the description box, so you can check out the description box and you can watch the part number 1, 2 and 3, in which we have covered lot of topics, in which we have covered lot of things. For example, we get to know that we are having 15 dimensional time matrix. We also get to know that we are having stations of identity, or our consciousness body, or our higher self existing in each of the density universes. Okay, many people are not being aware, or in sense they do not sense their own higher consciousness bodies because of the alien implants. Okay, because of the walls of separation, because of the mind control programs, because of the EMFs. Okay, because of manipulation of mitochondria, lot of things, because of the lot of these dark pollen techniques. Okay, because of which we do not sense our higher consciousness bodies or our higher self. Okay, so we get to know that how the mitochondria is actually important for all of us, and what is ATP. We also get to know that we are having 5 density universes, in which we are having our stations of identity, your consciousness body, which exists in each of the density universes. Okay, now we are actually learning how to activate our light bodies. So we are actually integrating our fragments of consciousness bodies, or the higher self, or the stations of identity which exist in each of the density universe. So we have started from the personality matrix, which is your first station of identity. Okay, which is available in density universe 1, in dimension 1, 2 and 3. Till now we have covered layer number 1. Okay, that is dimension 1, which is actually your memory storage, which is connected to the root chakra, which is your first chakra. Is it is also connected to your DNA strand 1, which, and dimension 1 is red in color. Okay, and it is actually connected to your etheric body. Dimension 1 is actually connected to your unconscious mind. Okay, we get to know that we have to heal the energetic imbalances of the 4 main areas. Okay, there are a lot of unresolved memories which are being stored in 4 areas, in which the memories are being stored in the unconscious mind, because your unconscious mind is the root layer. Okay, it functions like a hard drive. Okay, it's a hard drive for your cellular memories. This is a memory which has been stored from all of the lifetimes, whether it is related to your past lifetimes, present lifetimes, and even for future lifetimes. Okay, so there are 4 areas where we have to actually complete our healing. Okay, so we get to know that the first layer is your first dimension, that is your memory storage, that is the hard drive, that is your root layer of your unconscious mind, and memories of your all past timelines. Okay, of that will create the 4 areas where we need to actually work on ourselves, on our unconscious mind, because these are the areas where we are having unresolved emotions and unresolved memories. Okay, I can say unhealed memories. Okay, the areas which are being recorded in your unconscious mind are the abuse, shock, trauma, and devastation. This is your first layer, which controls your autonomic nervous system. Okay, the first layer, the first dimension, the first layer, that is actually controls our autonomic nervous systems and autonomic bodily functions. Okay, and if we are having any kind of these abuse, shock, trauma, devastation, unprocessed emotions in our unconscious mind, if we are having unresolved memories, okay, that will actually create many physical symptoms and the diseases. Okay, in the 3D world. and this is the first layer of all of your light body. Okay, the first layer is the level 1. This is the first chakra, the root chakra, the unconscious mind. We also get to know this is your basically the root, the base, the foundation in which your whole light body will be standing. So this is very important part to understand, that this is our first layer. Okay, and now in this video we are going to talk about the layer number 2, which is actually your dimension 2. Okay, dimension 2 is connected to your chakra number 2, which is scale chakra. Okay, scale chakra is actually orange in color, and second dimension is also connected to your subconscious mind. Okay, second dimension is connected to your emotional body. This is the layer where all of the humans have to heal ourselves. Okay, this is the area where all of us have to pay attention, I can say that, because from last 2 3 years, okay, after getting awakened, I'm actually continuously doing the inner work, and still my emotional body is not yet fully healed. My emotional body has to be healed. Okay, still it has to be healed, and we have to pay special attention to our emotional bodies. Okay, this is our second dimension, 2D body. So the second layer is actually your subconscious mind. Okay, this is your subconscious mind, and this is the layer where emotional processor default program works. What does that mean? That mean is that your first layer, that is your unconscious mind, whatever memories or whatever memories are being stored in your hard drive, according to which your subconscious mind will create the emotional processor default program. You will actually process thing emotional wise according to the memories which has been stored in your unconscious mind. Okay, so we have to know about the subconscious mind, that is the second dimension. The second dimension is also connected to your scale chakra, which is orange in color, and second dimension is connected to emotional bodies. So whatever memory storage you are having in layer number 1, according to which the layer number 2 will create the walls of separation. Okay, so let's start with the walls of separation. Let's start with the layer number 2, which is the walls of separation, which is subconscious mind. Okay, it is also called as instinctual mind. Okay, so the second layer is actually directly impacted by the first layer to the degree the painful memory is experienced in the person's hard drive. The second layer is also called the pain body. If you're having these abuse, traumas, so shock, devastation, the unconscious pain and separation, the four areas, these areas is going to create the emotion, is going to convert your emotional body into the pain bodies, into the pain body. Okay, so it is the location where you are having unresolved pain memories. Okay, and the unresolved pain memories will manifest as the as instinctual. Okay, basically it is actually, it will manifest as your fixed pattern behavior within the person's ego. So if your first dimension storage memory, that is your hard drive or unconscious mind, are not being identified, are not being cleared, then the pain of these memories are going to create the walls of separation in the 2D layer as the pain body. Okay, the pain body further creates the wall of separation, which manifest in the ego as 7 primary mental and emotional states identified, that is the unworthiness, the shame, the guilt, lack of trust, self doubt, betrayal, abandonment, anger, rage, fear, entrapment, and enslavements. Okay, so basically, let's understand this. What is the what is they want to know? Okay, what is they trying to tell us? They are trying to tell us that the first layer, that is your dimension 1, that is your unconscious mind, this is the root layer of our unconscious mind. Okay, there we are having a memory storage. This is our hard drive where all of your past timeline memories, the present timeline memories, and the future timeline memories are being stored. Okay, and if you're having unresolved pain memories in your hard drive, in your memory storage, in your unconscious mind, okay, and if they are not identified, if they are not cleared, then pain of those memory will create the walls of separation in the second dimension layer. Okay, in the 2D as the pain body, that will further create the seven primary mental and emotional states, that are: the first one is unworthiness, the second one is shame or guilt, the third one is lack of trust or the self doubt, the fourth one is betrayal or abandonment, the fifth one is anger or rage, the sixth one is fear, the seventh one is entrapment and enslavement. Okay, these walls of separation isolate the ego self in the person, and as the person identifies with that ego state, they become disconnected from the inner spirit. This disconnection from the inner spirit creates a wall where another part of the ego identity may split off and may hide itself. This identity could have been created when one is a baby or a 6 year old child or a teenager, or even in the other past timelines. Okay, this is called as ego subpersonalities, and they may be hidden behind the walls and as a result from deeply experienced trauma. These traumatized subpersonality also hold a fragments of our spiritual energy. Now let's understand this by a example. Okay, let's understand that why these ego subpersonalities created inside of you. Okay, why they are created. Okay, this can be created when you are baby or a 6 year old child, or you are a teenager, or in other timelines. Okay, but this is a result of any of the deeply experienced trauma you have experienced, whether in this timeline, whether in this life birth, or in any of the life birth. So let's take an example. For example, okay, for example, in the past timeline, okay, you were burnt alive. Okay, many of the, I'm going to take my own example. So in my past timelines, I was born as Cathar. Okay, as a Cathar in France. Okay, Catharians were the tribe number 12 in France, which were actually being burned alive. Okay, so they were actually being burned alive, okay, in France. Okay, now this is the event which has happened. Now as we all know that whenever these memories are given or recorded, when that memory has been recorded, it it is not being perceived as good or bad. Okay, but these multiple memories are actually being stored on my root, okay, on my root hard drive, okay, in my unconscious mind, in my hard drive. Okay, the abuse, the shock, the trauma, the devastation which I have felt from those timeline, in those life birth, and by burning my own self, I have felt that. Now what has happened in this life birth? When I was around 1 year old, I got burnt again. Okay, my whole body was burned by the hot water. I did not remember that, but when I was become 6 again, it the incident happened again with me. Okay, I again burned myself. So it was repeating again and again. Okay, now let's take one more example. Okay, let's take the Iani massacre example. As in, when the Iani massacre happened, the pain, the trauma, okay, the shock, the abuse, the divine feminines and the divine masculines have been faced. Okay, they have faced lot of abuse, lot of shock, lot of trauma, and lot of devastation when the Iani massacre happened in that timeline. Okay, so if you were if you were there, okay, for example, I was there as a Iani twin flame, okay, as a divine feminine in that timeline, and whatever I have experienced in that timeline, that has been recorded in my unconscious mind. Okay, that physical abuse, that emotional abuse, that mental abuse, the shock which we get as divine feminines, that the divine masculine was murdered. Okay, they had been killed. Then the trauma which has been stored in the unconscious mind, there were a lot of traumas which were stored in the unconscious mind, in a divine feminine and as well as in the divine masculines. Okay, the betrayal and lot of things has been stored, okay, in the unconscious mind. This whole event has stored lot of traumas. Okay, then whatever the devastation has happened in that timeline, that is also been stored. Now what has happened in this timeline, that when I have took the birth again in this present timeline, when I was a kid, okay, the sexual trauma started from a very early age, okay, in my lifetime. Okay, so what has been happening, and I started feeling that maybe I am not worthy of love. Okay, and because the sexual trauma was started at a very early age, uh, these events were actually repeating the cycle again and again in the birth, also in this timeline. Also, when I grow up, I become the codependent. Okay, what I get my seven primary mental emotional states inside of me. Okay, because I was having those memories, I have not cleared that memories which are being stored in the unconscious mind. The pain of these memory, what they have created is wall of separation. Okay, wall of separation is being created in the pain, in the 2D dimension in my emotional body. And what I have get what I thought is that I become disconnected from my inner spirit or the inner soul. And what is that mean? That they I manifest the seven primary emotional and mental states, that is the unworthiness. I start feeling that I do not deserve love. I start feeling the shame, the guilt. Okay, lot of time I till the awakening. Okay, I can say that I face a lot of shame, I face a lot of guilt, that why this happened. Okay, then I get the lack of trust and self betrayal, self doubt. Okay, that means that what I get to know, that this wall of separation will create a wall where the another part of your ego identity may split off and hide itself. And this identity could have been created when you are a kid, but what has happened is that the person will identify with that ego state, that this is what I am, I do not deserve love. Okay, that is not the real me. Okay, that is not the real me. And or I think like I maybe there is some kind of problem inside me. Okay, maybe I don't look beautiful. Okay, maybe there is some kind of defect in my body, maybe my color of my skin is not good, maybe my is not good, maybe the height is not good. But why I am feeling that, why I am so much attached to that ego identity? Because I'm having that unconscious memories of that past timelines where the actual event has occurred. Okay, because I have not identified and cleared the memories, the pain of those memories. Now I am actually I have created the walls of separation, and I have created the ego sub personalities, and I have identified myself as those ego sub personalities. Okay, so whatever has happened, that whenever someone gives me betrayal and someone abandons me, I think that yes, I do not deserve love. Okay, I am unworthy, maybe I have some kind of problem. Okay, and I have a lot of fear to take the actions, and I feel like I have entrapped in some kind of cage, or I am enslaved. Okay, so these are the actually, or I become the lack of trust has started. Okay, there is no trust in myself, the low esteem issues was there. Okay, so because of which I start manifesting the narcissist and karmic relationships in my life. So this is how these ego sub personalities work in your life. Okay, and these traumatized sub personality hold our fragment of our spiritual energy. So whatever the trauma I have experienced in the Iani massacre, that this is actually I have experienced a deeply experienced trauma. Okay, so whatever or any soul who has experienced deeply experienced trauma in any of the timeline, in any of the lifetimes, whether it is past lifetime or whether it is present lifetime, the deeply experienced trauma is going to create, okay, the painful memories, the unresolved memories. Okay, unresolved pain memories in your unconscious mind, where the actual event is going to create the pain, the memories of abuse, shock, trauma, and devastations. And we do not get to know that we have to clear it out. Okay, we have to work on those things. We have not learned these things in our school, because of which when we grow up as adults, we do not know that, and these things create a wall of separation inside of us and create the sub ego sub personality, and we get attached to these ego sub personalities, which actually manifest as the physical seven primary emotional and mental states. The goal of the satanic ritual abuse is to intentionally create these traumatized subpersonality which fragment the mind and spiritual body, thereby causing harm to the internal energy structures of the person's auras. The current way that is enforced on the masses on the planet Earth by the negative alien agenda is through the victim victimizer software program. When we are separated from our inner spirit, we are disconnected and from our experience with the God source. The result is more pain, more disconnection, and disease, which exacerbates the ego walls and perpetuates the cycle of misery. You are going to suffer again and again. The cycle of misery is going to repeat again and again. Okay, till the time where we are going to heal our unresolved memory, we are going to release those energies and the memory storage and the from our unconscious mind. It's just like if you are having a mobile. Okay, whenever you click some kind of photo in your mobile, it gets stored in your gallery. Okay, in the gallery app. When you do not want any kind of memories, now that memory has been stored in your phone. Okay, now you do not want that photo in your phone, then you're going to delete that photo. Once you delete that photo, this photo is going to be stored in one more folder that is called as recently deleted app. Okay, recently deleted folder. Okay, in that recently deleted folder, the photo is still there. Maybe from your maybe from your conscious mind, maybe from your subconscious mind, you have deleted it, but in your unconscious mind there is a record of these memories. Okay, you have to delete from there also. So, the goal of our inner spirit is to find and locate these ego subpersonalities or the subpersonalities, to heal them and reclaim them as the children of God, so that the spiritual light can be reintegrated and brought back into the wholeness. Okay, one thing I'm going to tell you, all of you, my soul family, once we will finish the station of identity layer number 1, 2, and 3, finally we are going to know and learn how to heal our unconscious mind, subconscious mind, and the conscious mind, how to heal our etheric body, emotional body, and the mental body. We are going to know how to activate our root chakra, scale chakra, and the solar plexus chakra. Okay, we are going to know how to work and where to start from working on these things. First, we are going to know about these things. Okay, what are the layer 1, what is the layer number 2, what is layer number 3, and how they are connected to our root chakra, scale chakra, and the solar plexus chakra, how they are connected to our DNA, how it is connected to your mind. Okay, we are going to know that. Once we get to know the basic things, then in the end, when we are going to know how we can heal that. Okay, so the second layer of the mind is located in the second dimension, and it is controlled by the second chakra, which is the scale chakra. this area is act this area acts as an accumulative pain and instinctual memory storage for the instinctual mind or the subconscious minds. And these seven physical and emotional states are also called as seven most painful implants of separation that impact the majority of the human beings on this planet Earth. Now, at the second chakra layers of the negative ego, there is the seven painful implants are the unworthiness, the shame, the guilt, the lack of trust, the self doubt, the betrayal, abandonment, anger, rage, fear, entrapment, enslavement. If you're having any of these seven painful implants of separation, that means you are actually having unresolved pain memories in your unconscious mind. There is definitely abuse, trauma, shock, devastation, painful memories stored in your unconscious mind, which is actually creating these walls of separation in your subconscious mind. Okay, because your subconscious mind is emotional processor default program. Okay, and this is where this is where the desires and addictions come from. Okay, after if your emotional body is having lot of these walls of separation and having these painful implants, okay, your emotional body is going to convert into pain body, and if you're having your pain body generated, you are going to get attracted towards the addiction matrix. Okay, so the dark forces hidden agenda broadcast in assortments of mind control program to socially engineer the human race into self-enforced consciousness enslavement. Okay, these mind control has left seven main areas of trauma and emotional damage recorded in the subconscious mind of the collective human consciousness on the planet Earth. The emotional triggers, most of the time when we experience an event in our life in which a shocking or painful event occurs, it is uncovering not only the false structures but buried parts of our unconscious mind, okay, and cellular memories that are actually embedded in our bodies. Meeting the negative energy or the blockages when this inner conjunction is made acts as a spiritual catalyst for the great changes and the potential consciousness transformation. It forces the surface or hidden fears which are actually located in the pain body to be brought out into the thoughts, emotions, behavior, or in the impulse of the person. So the second layer is directly impacted by the first layer to the degree the painful memory is experienced in the person's hard drive. So we have to heal the pain body by dismantling the seven implants. Okay, by dismantling the seven implants of the separation. Now the second layer, which is the second dimension, it is connected to your second chakra, that is the scale chakra. The scale chakra is there, and now we are going to know if you are having the second chakra, the scale chakra block, what kind of things you are going to experience. Okay, there are some organs which are connected to the second chakra, the scale chakra. The scale chakra is orange in color and it is situated below the navel. Okay, if you are having your blocked scale chakra, you are going to experience the lower back pain, the digestive problems, the lack of energy, the kidney problems, and the gallbladder problems, infertility, PMS, okay, large intestine. uh, it is relate because it is related to the emotional and feeling aspects of life experience, the sexuality sense, okay, the sexuality sense and the abundance, pain body, the kidney, our reproductive organs. If you are having scale chakra block or imbalance, you will have greed, okay, you will have desires, you will have anger, you will have addictions, you will have power, you will have you want power, then you'll have addiction towards anything, okay, you want more sex, okay, you will have hatred. The scale chakra is actually the storehouse of our karma also. The scale chakra and the throat chakra are the two creative chakras which work together. So if you are having any of the I can say any of these things inside of you, you have to work on your scale chakra. Okay. And now I hope you understand the layer number two, which is the subconscious mind, which is connected to the dimension number two, which is actually connected to the DNA strand number two. So it is actually connected to the layer number one. If you are having the the unresolved pain memories in your layer number one, in your memory storage, in your hard drive, that is going in your unconscious mind, that is going to create, okay, walls of separation in your subconscious mind, and it is going to create ego subpersonality inside of you. It is also going to create to convert your emotional body into the pain body, because your layer number two, your subconscious mind, is actually your emotional processor default program. Okay, and they are seven primary emotional and mental um, states, or I can say that they are seven painful implants of separation which are being experienced by majorly by all of the people, all of the souls in the planet earth. Okay, so these are the seven painful implants or the seven primary emotional and mental states. If you are experiencing these seven things, that means you are having your pain body generated, you are having walls of separation inside your subconscious mind, you are having ego sub personalities, you are actually having unresolved pain memories, okay, in your memory storage, in your hard drive, in your unconscious mind. So the first one is unworthiness, the second one is shame and guilt, the third one is lack of trust or the self doubt, the fourth one is betrayal or abandonment, the fifth one is anger and rage, the sixth one is fear, the seventh one is entrapment and enslavement. So these are the seven painful implants of separation which are being experienced mostly by every human being on the planet Earth. Okay. So the scale chakra is also connected to the dimension number 2, which is orange in color, and it is also connected to your creativity. Okay, it is connected to your passion, your creativity. So if you are not feeling that much creative, you have to work on your scale chakra also. Okay, I have made lot of videos on chakras. Okay, I'm going to add a link in the description box of all those videos which I have made, okay, in which we have discussed lot of things about chakra, that what is the scale chakra, how we activate them, and how we get to know that how our chakra is activated or whether it is blocked. But I hope it will make you clear that what is the layer number 2. In the next video we are going to discuss the layer number 3, which is your conscious mind. Okay, which is the programming, which is actually the bird soul influences, which is the 3D houses of ego. Okay, so till now we have covered the personality matrix, layer number 1, layer number 2. In the next video, in the next part, we are going to cover the third layer, which is the conscious mind. Okay, your conscious mind is connected to layer number 3. The layer number 3 is connected to dimension 3. Okay, and layer number 3, that is dimension 3, is actually connected to your solar plexus chakra, which is yellow in color. Dimension 3 is connected to your DNA strand number 3. Okay, here we get to know that what is our stations of identity. The first station of identity, that is personality matrix, or the incarnated human, which exists in the first harmonic universe or the first density universe, that is dimension 1, 2 and 3. I hope it make you all clear. Okay, so sending you lots of love, healing and happy energies to all my soul family who are watching my video. Take care of yourself and I will see you all soon.